So the brand new Season 24 patch notes are here, and it shares a lot of information about the new update. So let's start things off. First of all, the muzzle flash has been reduced 95% less visual noise over the line of sight. So sparks, smoke, and glow. Noise and visuals kept below line of sight. They've reduced size of muzzle flash, optimized particle count, cleaned noise from shell ejects, cleaned lingering elements like smoke and sparks, and light toned down to avoid flickering on weapons and environment models. As you can see, in Takeover, it's much better. There's less going on the screen. We love to see it. Now, the main two legends that got changed were Ash and Ballistic, so let's take a look at them. So, of course, we have the three new assault perks. Battle Surge, which is when you break an enemy's shield. It will increase your movement speed, making you run faster for a short period of time. Also giving you the option to use fast reloads, where you'll quickly reload your weapon. And it also highlights victims through walls for you and your entire team to see. They also have the Combat Reserve, which allows them to still carry extra ammo, but also gives them access to 2 extra ordnance slots separate in their inventory, and they can still open the red weapon supply bins that give you specific attachments. And finally, we have the Stowed Reload, where you automatically reload stowed weapons after a short delay. This is basically a passive gold mag for all assault legends, and it reloads after 3 seconds. So with certain weapons, you can literally shoot and never have to reload. Now we have the changes for Ash. First of all, her brand new passive, the Predator's Pursuit. This allows you to press jump while you're in the air to perform an omnidirectional dash. So if you're holding forwards, you'll dash forwards about 20 meters, but you can actually hold your sideways input or backwards input and you'll dash in that direction instead, which is really, really nice. And also her map will still show the location of recent death boxes, which you can no longer scan them to detect where the enemies are. Her ultimate has also been buffed. It's now got an increased distance. Alongside that, she gets some new perks, including one that gives her a second ultimate charge and another one that gives her a second dash, which will both be on a 5-second cooldown. Ballistic's buff now means that he has 2 tactical charges instead of 1, and that means his perk that gives him double tactical charges will now give him 4 tactical charges, which is crazy. Also, his sling weapon will now automatically upgrade when he levels up Evo Shield, and he gets a new perk called Quiet Time, where he silences enemies that overheat. So when an enemy overheats from your tactical, they'll also lose access to their abilities. On top of that, he can also put care package weapons in his sling now, which is really handy because you can carry those weapons without having to worry about running out of ammo, as you get infinite ammo when you pop your ult. Also, the support legends got the Heal Expert perk removed, so they no longer heal double with small meds or have increased movement speed. Also, some small changes to a few legends were Crypto's EMP. It once again destroys Gibraltar's Dome of Protection. Loba's ult goes back to starting at 50% charge instead of 99%. And Maggie's Wrecking Ball once again destroys Gibraltar's dome, and it will also now destroy Newcastle's mobile shield. There's one thing that won't change in Season 24, and that is carrying your teammates on your back all day will still be tiring. But let me tell you, I've been feeling a lot better while playing Apex because I've been using FlexiSpot's premium ergonomic office chair, the C7 Air. And let me tell you, after using this chair for a few months, it's already improved the quality of working at my desk for long hours. Now, other than the chair just looking really clean, it provides some really good benefits like an adjustable headrest that you can easily position to where is most comfortable, alongside the breathable and resilient mesh seat cushions that really do help support you no matter which position you're sat in. And you can see the elasticity when I drop this apple on the chair. Now, it also comes with an adaptive lumbar support that you can lock in a comfortable position or leave it unlocked to adapt to your movements, which I find helps my posture as I move around leaning in closer to my screen. Everything about this chair is super adjustable, including the armrests. You can raise them up and down, forwards and backwards, depending on how far back you have your elbows, and even angle them inwards or outwards for better support. And if you just want to relax, the chair has a 4-level lockable backrest with a maximum recline of 128 degrees. So those are some of the many reasons why the C7 Air is a great ergonomic chair to boost your productivity and just give you a better time while at your desk. And FlexiSpot offer a 30-day return policy for a risk-free trial, a 10-year warranty with direct replacement for damaged parts, so make sure you use my exclusive code C7YTB200 to get a huge $200 off using my link in the description. And thanks again to FlexiSpot for sending me this amazing chair. Now let's get on to the weapon changes, because every weapon has pretty much been buffed. The damage numbers have all been changed along with the headshot multipliers. So to begin with, I just want to say the headshot multiplier for most weapons has been reduced to 1.3. The headshot multiplier for marksman weapons is 1.6, and the headshot multiplier for snipers has been reduced to 1.8. Now this is to balance out the removal of helmets, because now there will be no helmets, which means no headshot damage reduction at all, so the headshot multipliers have been reduced accordingly. So we have the Havoc, which has been increased by 3 damage to now do 21 to the body, and it does 27 damage to the head. And in select fire mode, it now does 70 damage to the body, where it used to do 53, and 105 damage to the head, along with these other balance changes on screen. The Hemlock's damage has been increased by 1 from 19 to 20 per shot, and it now does 26 damage to the head, along with these other changes on screen. The Flatline has also been increased by 1 damage from 18 to 19 to the body, and 25 damage to the head, along with these balance changes that you can see. The Nemesis has also been increased by 1 damage from 16 to 17 per shot to the body, and 22 damage to the head, and these other balance changes. The R301 has also been increased by 1 damage from 13 to 14 to the body, and 18 damage to the head, along with these other changes. Moving on to the Devotion, it's been increased from 15 to 16 damage to the body and 20 damage to the head, along with these other changes. The L-Star has had a 2 damage increase from 18 to 20 to the body and 25 damage now to the head. The Spitfire has also had an increase of 2 damage from 19 to 21, and it now does 26 damage for a headshot, along with these changes here. Now the Rampage has had an insane buff. It's had a 4 damage increase from 26 all the way to 30 damage per shot, and it does 38 damage to the head. So you can imagine a charged up Rampage has an insanely fast time to kill, and also these other changes here. The 30-30 repeater has also been increased by 4 damage when it's at no charge, so it now does 43 damage to the body and 69 damage to the head with no charge whatsoever, and at full charge it now does 58 damage to the body and 93 damage to the head. But they've also increased its projectile size at range in these balance changes. The Bocek is still in the care package, but also deals 5 more damage. It now does 75 damage to the body and 120 damage to the head, but it no longer has the Deadeye's tempo, and its rate of fire has been reduced. The G7 Scout was increased by 2 damage per shot, going from 33 to 35 damage to the body, and now deals 56 damage for a headshot, and they also reduced its rate of fire slightly, along with these other changes. The Triple Take has been increased by 1 damage from 21 to 22, and now deals 35 headshot damage. The P2020 has had a 3 damage increase from 21 to 24, and also deals 30 damage to the head, and this is for both the normal P2020 and the Akimbo version, along with these changes. The RE45 has had a 1 damage increase from 13 to 14, and it now does 18 damage to the head, along with these changes. The Wingman has had a 3 damage increase from 45 to 48 damage to the body and 72 damage to the head. It can also now take an extended sniper mag, and its base ammo is 5, going to 6 for a grey mag, 7 for a blue mag, and 8 with a purple mag, along with these changes. The Alternator has a 2 damage increase from 16 to 18, and it now does 22 damage to the head, alongside these changes. The Car SMG has had a 1 damage increase from 13 to 14, and it now does 17 damage to the head, and it also now takes the laser sight attachment to give you a tighter blast pattern while hip firing, along with these other changes. The Prowler has been increased by 1 damage from 15 to 16, and does 19 damage to the head, alongside these changes. The R99 is now out of the care package back to the ground, and has been reduced by 1 damage from 14 to 13, but that's because it's come out of the care package. It's still technically been buffed. It also does 16 damage to the head, and since it's out of the care package, it no longer has a damage fall off, and it will once again give you a movement penalty while carrying. The Volt has had a 1 damage increase from 15 to 16, and now does 19 damage to the head, along with these other changes. Now onto the shotguns. The Mastiff has been increased by 2 damage per pellet, going from 14 to 16, but it now deals 16 damage to the head because they removed the headshot damage from the Mastiff, so all shots will be consistent, and there's no headshot multiplier for the Mastiff, along with these changes. The same goes for the EVA 8. It still deals 8 damage per shot, but it no longer deals headshot damage, and is consistent across the board alongside these other changes. The Mozambique has had a 1 damage increase from 15 to 16 per shot and 20 damage for a headshot, alongside these changes. The Peacekeeper enters the care package. It now deals 12 damage per pellet and 15 damage for a headshot, alongside these other changes to make it an absolute beast of a weapon that deals tons of damage, shoots really fast. It's definitely going to be a strong care package weapon. The Sentinel still deals 70 damage to the body, but it now only deals 126 damage to the head, and this is because the multiplier was reduced, as there are no helmets in the game. And also the Deadeye's tempo has been removed. The longbow also still does 60 damage to the body, but now does 108 damage to the head. And the Kraber has been buffed by 10 damage. It now deals 150 damage to the body and 210 damage to the head. Now, of course, this headshot damage is a lot lower, but as I said, there's no helmets that can reduce headshot damage, so now you can one-shot any armor level besides red with a Kraber, and the only way people can get red armor is by getting the red helmet out of care packages and mythic bins, so the Kraber is going to be really powerful next season. And then here you can see on screen the charge rifle changes, and that summarizes all of the weapon changes for Season 24. All of the normal helmets have been removed from the game, and the only helmets left in the game are the gold helmet and the brand new mythic helmet. But these do not provide any headshot resistance. Instead, when equipped, the gold helmet will give you gold armor and give you improved minor healing, which means syringes and shield cells have double effects. Alongside that, the mythic helmet can only be found in the mythic bin or late game care packages, and when equipped, this will give you red Evo shield, which is the only way to get red armor in Season 24, as purple armor is the new max Evo level that you can get by leveling up throughout the game. Also, to reach purple Evo level, it now costs 1,700 XP instead of 1,350, so it takes a little longer to get up there. For healing items, cells now take 2.5 seconds to pop, and syringes only take 4 seconds. Also, you can stack up to 6 cells and syringes in your inventory, and players will now spawn with 4 cells and 4 syringes, and the spawn rate for batteries and medkits have been slightly increased. Now, for the new modes, the brand new Takeover Anthem will have these Rampart care packages that spawn in the 3 R301 variants that we've shown off in the gameplay already, and that will last all the way till March 3rd. There's also going to be another takeover from Feb 25th to March 3rd, called Redemption Trios and Duos. In this mode, respawn tokens will be a new mythic rarity survival slot item only available in the takeover. If you're eliminated with this item in your inventory, you'll immediately respawn back into the action. At the start of the match, all players are given 1 token. You can collect additional tokens by eliminating other players, looting care packages, or mythic supply bins. There's no respawn limit and no penalty for respawning multiple times. The respawn tokens are usable until the very start of the final ring, and then any equipped respawn tokens will be exchanged for Evo armor XP. They only last a short while on the ground, so pick one up if you need one. Respawn beacons can still be used to bring back players without tokens. So a fun takeover mode where you can respawn depending on if you get that special item. We also have takeover relic weapons for trios and duos coming back from March 4th to 10th. And basically this will just have all the fully kitted OG weapons, which I'm not really looking forward to. Also, standard trios and duos will finally be back from March 11th to 24th. So you can actually play normal Apex for like 2 weeks during March, which is interesting. And then there's going to be a new LTM during that time as well called 3 Strikes Mystery Legends. Basically, all legends will be selected for you before entering the dropship. Respawning will select a new legend, and squads can have duplicate legends. With each Evo level up, you'll also gain all upgrades for that level automatically, and your level will be maintained through respawn, so you'll actually have all perks active when you reach level 3. And there we go, those are the patch notes. Hope you did enjoy, and hope you're looking forward to the brand new season of Apex Legends.